Hi guys, and welcome back to the No BS podcast. I am your host today, Laura, and this is my lovely
Safira.
Today our topic is going to be the algorithm.
The algorithm. Algorithm. And thanks for joining us. The algorithm can be a scary word.
Yeah, it is. It's a buzzword. Like
Yeah.
everyone always talks about the algorithm as if it's like this big scary demon within social media, but you don't need to be scared of it, and we're here to tell you why.
Yeah, we're going to break it down because it's not as confusing as it seems. It's actually like really, really straightforward.
It is actually so simple. That's the funniest thing about it.
Once you understand it, it's easy.
One thing that I always see is people going, my posts are doing.
My posts are done. My Post Malone. Okay, Chris, can you edit in the Post Malone singing, "Oh, I fall apart"?
Yeah, one thing I see people saying all the time is, oh, my posts are doing so shit. I hate the algorithm.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie. You need to accept some criticism, right? The algorithm isn't making your post do bad. Your post is just bad.
That's so mean.
It's so mean. I feel like, you know, that TikTok where it's like, oh, but it's so mean. It's so mean. But it's true. And I can say this as someone who was that person that was like, oh my
I'm
God,
still that person.
why is my post only getting 2 likes? And then, like, in hindsight, in the future, I look back and go, oh, it's because that post was quite shit, actually.
I know, and then people like to make up. I just made up stuff like I'm stuck in 200 view jail. Like it's not a real thing.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not. You just need to like
be better.
Yeah. Sorry. This is so mean. We're actually not mean girls. We are here to help you.
And we're saying this as people who have been there, done that, wore the t-shirt, and you're here to learn from our mistakes.
Exactly.
So yeah, right. This thing of, oh, the algorithm, it's doing me dirty, right?
Yeah.
No, it's not. And I'll tell you why it's not. Because you are the algorithm. We are the algorithm.
We are, yeah.
Chris, hammering something downstairs. He's the algorithm.
You're the algorithm.
You are the algorithm. So it's basically just think about, I always go back to saying this. It's a wee robot.
No. The algorithm's so cute.
He is a cute little robot. Beep, 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 beep. And you need to tell that robot what to do. You need to input the information. So if you think about people that make robots, they're made of code, right?
Mm.
But what is code? Code is what you tell code is. Like, code is just... code is whatever you've input in there. So it's a reflection of the people using the apps and the internets and stuff like that. Does that make sense?
It makes sense to me. What code are you inputting? How do you make it work for you?
The code is like keywords, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And hashtags and stuff like that. Words are code. So if you think about Google, if you're going to use Google, you want to search in things that you're looking for, right? So if I'm searching neurodivergent themed pens, that is me entering something into the internet, which is a big coding system, and that will pick up on people that have utilised search engine optimization to bring out certain listings to my attention based on an algorithm of what I like.
Yeah, precisely.
So how do I tell the algorithm that I like something? Well, you like it. You double tap.
like it, or you click on it.
Or you engage with it.
You send it to your friend.
So it's like a big circle of like lots of different things happening at one time.
Yeah. So, let's start off with the basics. We want the algorithm to work for us.
Yeah. Let's narrow it down, nail specific.
Yeah. Well, one thing you need to think about is relevance. What are you inputting into your code to make, like, why is it relevant? Because see, if you start putting all these random hashtags and things, like, the algorithm doesn't understand what you want it to do. So that's where your keyword research comes in. And, well, even just what you're writing in your caption matters as well.
Yeah. So you don't want to you don't want to confuse the algorithm, right? As if it is an entity, and it's not really an entity like I've explained. It's just a reflection of what you input into it, right? But we'll talk about it as if it is an entity. So if you're using the algorithm as a way of explaining what it is that your product is that you're selling. So say your product is press-on nails, like we talked about in the other episodes. So you would then want to input in your caption. So say you have a piece of content that's got a set of beautiful press-on nails. You want that piece of content to reach people that are interested in press-on nails. So you need to tell the algorithm that that's what that is, because it's not going to know what that is just by looking at the picture. So your keyword will be press-on nails. Yeah. So how do you input a keyword? You would make sure that you write press-on nails in the caption, and you would also repeat that keyword in a hashtag as well.
Exactly. You don't want to cluster up your hashtags after that with like hashtag free page, hashtag, I don't know, like what would be bananas. Like totally well, yeah, bananas, like something completely irrelevant, because it is going to confuse the algorithm.
Yeah. Nails would be another one I would do. Yeah.
Like nails, or you can get really specific. Say you're a nail tech who does press on nails in Surrey, hashtag Surrey nail tech, hashtag Surrey. See which ones are more popular. You might actually think, oh, this is a really good hashtag, and when you go to check, when that's when you're doing your research, oh, and there's only 2 posts on here.
So I would probably do UK press on nails, because that's where you're thinking about who am I selling to. So if you're a press on nail tech selling them online, then you're selling them to anyone in the UK most likely. Yeah. So UK nail tech or UK press on nails would be one, rather than location specific.
Yeah.
Really think about it.
Does that make sense? I think so. Yeah, I think that's how you do it.
So each platform will have its own separate ways of utilising the algorithm. So the Instagram algorithm, you're going to utilise the keywords in your captions, your hashtags, but then you also need to make sure that if you want Instagram to show you things that you're interested in, that you are actively engaging and liking those posts as well.
For sure. I've seen someone actually post these tips about getting more engagement on TikTok, and one of them is like, just before you upload a video, make sure you're going through your feed and liking and commenting and doing things, because it just works when you do that.
Yeah, give out to get back, definitely. You'll see that it's a different kettle of fish, however, on TikTok.
Explain what you mean by that.
So TikTok is more of a video-based platform, right? And a lot of the types of videos that you see on there is a lot of like skits, a lot of behind the scenes. So again, you want to make sure that that type of video content you're putting out to people reaches the people in that algorithm, right?
Yeah.
So for example, currently, in my algorithm on my For You page, it's coming up with a lot of, you know those dancers, Kiara and Zahid?
No.
There you go. See? I know all about them because it's all I see, because I keep engaging with them. I keep watching them.
Yeah.
So I'm not even actively interacting with it or liking it or comment or nothing. But I'm watching the full video.
Oh, so it keeps coming up and it keeps
coming up. So it's
picking
up on that. It's picking up on my view time.
That's so funny.
Instagram Reels obviously does that as well, but it's not just really that. It's a lot of input there.
But it's true. Everyone has a different algorithm. If you grab any of your friends' phones, what comes up in their algorithm is all going to be totally different, because it totally is catered to just you. And also, that's why hate watching is so bad, because the more you hate watch somebody, the more you're going to see them. Yeah. So like, if there's people that you don't like that you're spying on, you're going to continue to see them, and it's going to make you more angry. Just block them and protect your peace.
Yeah. Top tip, Tuesday.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know what my point was there.
So if you are making video content, there's a couple of things you want to consider. So the text on the screen, if you're writing that in the app, you want to have a keyword in there, right? So say your keyword is nail tech, for example.
So this is something you taught me, because I never considered this when I was making TikToks about the actual words on the screen as well. I only really thought about the caption and the hashtags, but
it's something that I try to always explain to people when they start, because it's very easy just to make TikToks and just write a random load of shit. Yeah. You need to do everything. Beep. You need to do everything with intention of the algorithm picking up.
It's totally changed my perspective on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And it it has actually proven to be more successful. So
You're not just doing something for the sake of uploading. You need to do it with the sake of this piece of content will reach this demographic of people. So if you've got a video and say it's one of our wee skits that we've done, right? The keyword is nail tech. You would write a sentence that's like, when your nail tech does this, right? And your keyword is nail tech. But how do you confirm to that algorithm that the keyword is nail tech? By repeating the word, right?
Repeat it.
So if you repeat the words, you have to make sure that you're also not repeating other words around it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're going to confuse it. You're going to confuse it by using too many like keywords.
You wouldn't repeat the exact same caption as your text on screen. You wouldn't put when your nail tech does this as your text on screen, and then in the caption when your nail tech does this, because your algorithms all of a sudden went, what word am I supposed to pick up on? I can't pick up the common denominator word. Help me.
You need to let it just pick out on that one keyword.
I'll try and see if I can like draw an example.
Can we cut to commercial break?
So like say that's your caption where you've got words, nail tech, words. You want that same thing to happen. So you want this same word in your text on screen, but different words surrounding it.
Exactly. Lovely drawing.
Thank you. I really hope that makes sense. And for any other brands listening, you're welcome. So then you need to consolidate that idea, right? So you've got your keyword established. You've made sure that it's its own thing in the caption, your text on screen. Then you're also going to use your hashtag nail tech. And then the algorithm categorically at that point should not be able to get confused about what word it is you're trying to get out there. But also your keyword needs to be something that's popular as well.
Yeah, you can't just put like hashtag whatever, because some of them just don't have any videos or people aren't interested in it. Yeah.
Like it needs to be something that's trending or doing well or relevant to your subject matter or relevant to the product that you're selling. So like for us, gel nails would be one for sure.
Yeah, gel nails, gel polish,
nail tech. Nail tech is really like the one we use quite a lot because that's the demographic of people we are trying to reach. Like we want our videos to reach nail techs because that's our customer base.
But
for our nail tech, it might be different, as I was going to say.
You also have a lot of people making funny, like they are nail techs making funny content. So like one that works well for us is nail tech problems.
Yeah, nail tech humor, nail tech lifestyle.
Yeah, day in a life of a nail tech.
Yep.
Actually, that one's probably too lengthy.
I would also consider when you're posting as well your intentions. So something I said to you recently was like, is this shareable?
Yeah.
Can this be
you want
shared?
people to reshare it. So that's the whole point of going out there and making all the effort to make a TikTok.
Yeah.
Is to get people to reshare.
Or is it engaging? Is this going to make someone want to comment something?
I know, are they going to stop and watch the full video that you just spent 6 hours editing?
Probing questions are good, like prompts.
Oh yeah, like guys, you're not going to want to miss this.
Or
you will not
what
believe
do you think?
What I've just done.
So clickbait in a sense is really good. That leads us on to like hooks. So trying to hook people into watching your video within the first couple of seconds when it crosses their timeline. Otherwise, there's no point really. So yeah,
we always try and do it here. Sometimes it involves hanging off of dangerous equipment.
Well, I tell you what our common prompt is. Chris jumping into the screen going, "Hi guys, Chris here, back with another pack along live. It's not really live." But listen, the people love it. It works. And he always gets notes on the orders saying, "Can Chris pack my order in a tutu?"
Yeah, he's mastered the algorithm.
He has. Absolutely mastered it. And that's the thing as well. It's like being able to understand the algorithm, but then using it to build a community. So like that's how to do it, but how to maintain it then is entirely up to you. So you need to know how to bring these people in to watch your videos, but then you need to give them a reason to stay as well.
The same as your client base.
It's like a common theme, isn't it, these podcasts? Like gaining and retaining.
So wait, what is your top tip then for retaining viewers?
Well, building a relationship with them, because if they all of a sudden, I hate to say it, but kind of like a parasocial relationship, So like if they are invested in you and they like you, like think about Becca, right? Everybody loves Becca
Yeah.
and they always want to see her in the content.
I think especially because she's so authentically herself online, which is another top tip if you're going to present yourself online. Don't come on having like a big fake persona because that's not really who you are.
Yeah, just be yourself.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, if being yourself is unlikable, then your content is not going to do well. But if you are a good person and you come across well and people do like you, then your content will inevitably do well as well.
Yeah.
Like what was that video I seen yesterday? And it was a girl and she sat in her Pilates outfit saying
yeah.
girls that are like over 200 pounds
You're not
shouldn't be
allowed
doing
to
Pilates, and she was like really stuck up and she was like doing all this.
Do not share advice that you have no knowledge on. Don't share opinions
Also,
that no one agrees with.
Don't be an arsehole. Like anyone can do Pilates, shut up.
Such a mean girl.
So everyone ended up, that brought in a lot of engagement, a lot of views, but for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, totally.
So
I
it
don't
can be a
think she
bad thing too.
yeah. Can't show your face online again.
And she got her license, not her license, she got her gym membership revoked.
Really?
Apparently. Yeah.
Good.
So be careful of your messaging, your intention.
Yeah, as well, like what are you trying to convey? Are you trying to be like a professional brand? Be careful what you're replying to people.
Mm-hmm.
If people are messaging you, what are you going to reply to them? Like think about all those things. Don't just do whatever you feel like.
If you're funny, use that to your advantage as well. If you're a funny person, don't be scared to tell jokes on camera and be funny.
Mm-hmm.
And let people like into your sense of humor. You might find like-minded people. We kind of have very like blunt, dark senses of humor.
Yeah.
Which maybe doesn't come across that well on camera. But we're also not here to tell jokes. I suppose we're just here to give some marketing advice. So that's okay.
Yeah. I feel like no one actually understands my sense of humor, so I should just zip it and not make jokes.
Yeah, but we do have the same sense of humor where it's just like we'll just say something very monotone sarcastically and that is the joke.
Yeah, that is a full joke. I think I'm hilarious.
So funny.
Yeah, so what about virality? That's another buzzword.
How to go viral? The answer I do not have.
Right. I used to work in a chippy, and every video, I felt like a superstar. Every video I posted just went viral. Like it was just doing so well. But I'll tell you why. We were doing a lot of content that was very shareable. People wanted to comment on it. I did a lot of rage bait because people just wanted to be like, that's wrong. Like we deep fried as on a wrap and batter, and people were like, you can't deep fry lettuce. But people on TikTok want to share their opinion. They want to come on, they want to comment, they want to engage. That's the whole point in that. So if you can make content that people want to comment on, want to share with their friends, that is where you're going to go viral. That's where you're going to find the success.
Well, that's the thing. So I know that and I understand that's how it happens. How do you make that piece of content that you know that's going to go viral? Because I've had that feeling before where I've made a video and went, that's gone viral. That's so good. And it's got like 1,000 views.
I feel like that with every video I make personally, but it's just not the case.
There must be some kind of like
there's
recipe.
Other factors that you need to consider. So one thing that I did consider was what time am I posting at, and every social media platform will actually give you analytics, and analytics will break down things like who's watching your videos, what time are they most active, the age demographic, the gender. It breaks it all down for you, so you can use those things to make sure that you're posting at the optimal time. So for us,
it's like 6 p.m. or something like that.
For us, it's like 6 p.m. Yeah. But it might not be the same for you. It might be like at 9 a.m. when people are like going into work, or like 3 p.m.
It kind of depends on the type of product is you're selling, because like for us, we're business to business and we sell specifically to nail technicians who are often off on a Sunday and a Monday. Yeah. So I always factor that in as well.
Yeah, because it would be a better posting day.
Even though the algorithm doesn't know that, I know that. So like, don't rely on all your information from one source. Take into consideration lots of different sources as well, like your own information. If you know something to be true, then act on that.
Yeah.
If you know people, or if you know something's trending, without anyone telling you it's trending, then you can act on that.
Yeah, jump on it, jump on trends.
Even if you think it's a late trend, but you've got something really funny to contribute to it.
Mhm.
But I guess that is the key to success to a viral video though, isn't it? Like jumping on a trend early and
Jumping
getting
on a
in there for
trend.
everyone else.
Coming up with new ideas as well. People like to see things that they've never seen before.
Yeah. And like making sure that whatever content it is you're doing, you're applying it to your niche so that it suits you. And then that kind of maximize. Thing is as well, trying not to copy people. I know that's what TikTok is, it's just copying people. But if you can see a piece of content and then find out a way to make that organically and authentically you and do something a little bit different with it,
Mhm.
then people like that because they like to see the same format of thing done differently. So that's what you're looking for when you're making a viral video. You're following the success of other videos that have went viral.
Yeah, but as well, when you start off on like something like TikTok, you need to kind of put the feelers out a wee bit, I think. Like,
oh yeah, experiment for
you're
sure.
gonna need to like post maybe 20 videos before you see what actually works well for you, because every TikTok page is gonna be different. Like, you can make that TikTok page and then go make another one, and then a different type of video does really well on there, but it totally is it's totally a trial and error. And you might see that like one format of video you're doing is doing really well. So I personally would just be like, okay, I'm gonna make more of those. I'm gonna put all my time and effort to making those videos, and then those videos will start generating more, and then eventually you might get a viral video.
We used to go viral a lot more back in the day than what we do now. Like, it's really hard for me to get a milli now, whereas it used to happen all the time.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I think just more and more people using the platform and the more monetized it's become, it's just...
I think as well because we're like set up as a business account, so I think
yeah.
sometimes the algorithm kind of works against the business account.
Yeah, because it wants us to pay to promote the account. That's
It
what I
wants-
think
yeah.
as well. That's my theory. Whereas years ago, it maybe wasn't as pushy with that.
Yeah.
Because if you look at I've got highlights on the Nail Order TikTok. It's like playlists for videos over 1 million, videos over 500,000. There's loads of them from like ages ago, but not really recently.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, but I do think that certain factors like that do affect your...
But then I do wonder as well, is it because we've changed a lot of the content? Because I felt like we had to evolve our content because a lot of it was just us doing those skits and lip syncing videos, which is fine and people love that. But then we're a business, we're also trying to sell things to people, so we've been doing things a little bit more differently now. And
Yeah.
maybe it just doesn't do as well.
Our like lip sync videos always do really well, so
If we can't just have a full page of that though.
I know.
So it's like accepting that not every video is going to be viral is quite
Yeah.
important as well.
I know, because sometimes I need to show off a new product and I'll be really proud of my video, but it will literally get nothing. But it's because people don't want to be sold to.
No, exactly. But even the behind the scenes video, they don't get as many views as what the lip syncing videos do. But it helps to build community and it
Yeah.
helps people like understand who we are and what it is we're trying to do and have that kind of relationship with us.
Plus, there's loads of people that just want to see it, so we're literally just making the content for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the people that want the Chris Pack Along lives, there's not a lot of them, but we'll still do it for them.
Roasted.
The roasted. Sorry, Chris. And it's catering to your audience. So I think maybe that's part of the issue with people's issue with the algorithm is that they're constantly wanting the high views, the viral videos every single time they upload.
Yeah.
Maybe you just need to manage your expectations.
Yeah, it won't happen every time. And
No.
it can make you actually depressed, by the way.
Unless you're a celebrity. Like if you're Kim Kardashian, any video you upload is going to get millions of views because people love you. Like,
Could you imagine that Kim Kardashian started doing some things like keyword
search engine
hashtag research?
optimization. But then that would be good if we could send her a cuticle oil and get her to post a TikTok with it.
Do you think Kim Kardashian is going to accept PR from us?
Yeah.
Well,
Got
what-
milk. Happy endings. Candy hearts. She's like, guys, I really love this new Nail Order hand sanitizer.
If you can have any celebrity advertise nail order product, any celebrity, who would it be?
Anyone? It would need to be somebody like not controversial. Because then
Every
whoever
celebrity.
you pick is going to be a representation of your brand and what
Every
you stand
celebrity
for.
is a little controversial.
True. But I feel like everyone's...
You know what the worst thing could happen? as if you picked the perfect celebrity and then tomorrow they did something absolutely terrible
I know.
and ruined your brand.
I know.
Business is hard.
I don't know who I would pick.
I think Post Malone. Shout out to him from earlier.
Oh my god, yeah, Post Malone.
It'd be so random. People. There was rumors about him not smelling very nice, or maybe it was true. I don't know. But then,
maybe
we could literally advertise it to him like this will help both of us. People will think that you smell.
Post Malone spraying Candy Hearts on stage.
Oh, I fall apart. Okay.
I think we got a bit off topic there, didn't we?
Yeah. Anywho.
So we've talked about the algorithm on Instagram, the algorithm on TikTok, Facebook.
Facebook is... I feel a bit lost on Facebook sometimes.
It's just a bit dead, isn't it? Like, so Facebook, the algorithm we know works very, very seamlessly and well. Any meta platform does. You'll especially notice it when it's recommending you people that you know, and you're like, but how do you know that I know them? It knows everything. Cookies, phone listening to you probably. So maybe to advertise your press-on nail business, you just keep talking to the phone. Send my information to customers.
Right, this is not real advice.
No, what I'm actually saying is that, like, if you are interacting with certain things on Facebook, it kind of works the same. So, for example, if you're on the nail order tips and advice group, then it's going to then recommend you other groups that are similar.
Cheeky plug, please join us.
Wait, what?
Join our tips and advice group.
Jake Bug.
Shameless plug?
Oh.
Was that what I said? I can't remember.
You said Jake Bug.
Maybe I did.
I was like, what?
Jake Bug.
So, yeah, Facebook works in the same way. And, like, we always recommend to use Facebook to join groups and things like that to promote your business.
For that is where it's at.
Yeah, the community aspect of it all. I'd say that's probably one of the most valuable things we have as a business is our Facebook community, because we can directly interact with customers. They can message us, of course, but like on the community group, it's better because they have each other as well as us. And you've got that at everyone too as well. So if I really want this information to reach people and give them that notification, then that's a great option for that. So if you go on and join that group, you'll see that other ones come up, like buying and selling pages for nail tips come up, other branded community groups come up as well. So it does know, the algorithm picks up on those types of things and it keeps track of everything that you're inputting into it.
Yeah. I was going to go completely off topic there again.
Okay, go for it.
It's just as well that all these platforms have like their benefits as well, because I would say that I don't necessarily think that Facebook is a very strong tool to market your business, but it does have things on there like you can book in on Facebook. They all have their benefits, and it's also just kind of working out what am I going to use to promote my product, what am I going to use to get clients in, like making sure you're taking advantage of each of its uses. It's not all necessarily to get your content out there.
Yeah, I would try and 2-in-1 it, which is what I do with the nail order Facebook. Yeah. So anything that I post on Instagram, I have it directly cross-linked with the Facebook so that it posts on both for me, and I don't need to do that separately. That's not to say that I feel like if we had like unlimited staff members that I wouldn't actually have someone doing that, because it can definitely be utilised more. We just more so utilise the Facebook group and the community aspect of it rather than an actual Facebook page.
Yeah.
But again, it's not neglected. You still have the nail order page. It exists there. The website's linked on it. I hope. How to find us. I hope. All that stuff is on there. It's just like knowing where to put all your efforts and knowing where to maximise your efforts is probably a good thing. So for the beauty industry, I would definitely say, depending on what your style is and what you want to do and what you have the time for and what you're capable of, Instagram and TikTok. But if you're someone that doesn't really know how to use these types of platforms, Facebook might be the one for you.
Yeah, Facebook's really easy to literally post.
Yeah, and you can have a community on there, like if you're just putting a post up saying...
Oh, I know some very successful businesses on Facebook. Like, I'm not saying it's like this girl who has a little shed in her back garden, but she sells clothes and stuff, but she's got like a great community on Facebook, and everyone like will just, she'll post something and be like, new product, and people will be like, I'll be in the cabinet too, I'll be in the cabinet for you, whatever.
Every platform has its own video section as well. So Instagram Reels, TikTok is just videos mostly, Facebook Reels as well, YouTube Shorts. So whatever platform that customer uses the most, they're going to be scrolling and scrolling and scrolling through that For You page, essentially, regardless of what it is. So if you have a piece of content, it might be worth trialing it on different platforms to see where it sticks first.
That's a good piece of advice.
Yeah, so say if you're a nail tech and you specialise in acrylic nails and you have this great, really beautiful, clean-cut piece of content, just a short 30-second video doing acrylic nails, post it on Instagram, see how it does there, post it on TikTok, see how it does there, post it on YouTube Shorts, post it on your Facebook Reels, and then whatever one is giving you the most output, stick with that.
Yeah, it's all about trial and error.
And that is what your algorithm is. It's learning the content you're putting out, and then learning the content you're putting in, and then understanding who to put it out to. And it's all going to be determined based on what you put in there. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
This is good. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've like summarized that the algorithm is not that difficult to understand.
Yeah.
If you just try and wrap your mind around it for a sec.
It's not like a big, scary conglomerate corporation. I think some people think that.
Really?
Like, yeah, the algorithm is making decisions for me. And it's like, no, we are the algorithm.
We're the algorithm.
We decide. And you'll notice as well, it's like, okay, yes, it is favouring people, but think about why.
Yeah.
Think about why it's favouring someone. Because people favour certain things, and that can be unfair. People are unfair. People can be nasty.
Yeah.
Like,
Unfortunate.
I remember Asia the Bird talking about this on one of our podcast episodes about how the Instagram algorithm favours white creators. And it probably does, because there's a lot of racist people out there.
It's true.
Like, it is based on people. And
let me give you an example. It's absolutely horrible, but at the Chippy, I come from a Muslim family, so we offered like some halal food, but the comments we would get on there were like horrific.
Yeah. Like
really nasty. And I need to filter them out. But
so understanding that you might be at a disadvantage based on who you are as well. And it's not because of the algorithm as a person, because of the people using these platforms.
Yeah.
And their internal biases of what they like.
Yeah.
And that's where like raising awareness for these types of topics becomes so important as well, to get people to understand about biases, racism, exclusion. You know, maybe it's like just certain demographics of certain types of people don't do as well on the internet just because of who they are, and because of the majority of people that are using it are not actively interacting and supporting that person. That needs to change.
It does. And yeah, just a reminder that it's not necessarily something that you've done wrong.
Yeah.
Just that people are shit sometimes.
I know I did say that at the start. It's like, your content's just shit. But like
not always, actually.
It's a combination of two things. One situation is that your content is crap. And that's okay. We've all put out crap content onto the internet. And don't have that entitlement to say, I should be getting more, when actually you should just be doing better.
Yeah.
But two, some people are at a disadvantage because of who they are for certain reasons. And that's unfair as well. So
maybe keep this in mind, like when you're supporting other nail techs.
Yeah. Like a black nail tech is going to have to work 10 times harder than what a white nail tech is ever going to have to do, even if her quality of work is 10 times better.
Yeah.
Because of that systemic racism, basically. We are the algorithm. That's the important message of the whole podcast.
Yeah.
We are the algorithm.
Sad note to end on.
I know.
But we are the algorithm, so do your part and make it better.
Yeah. So this is maybe a sign for people to like actively start contributing positivity into the industry, less negativity, not being entitled, having self-awareness, and also being aware that some people really do need to be uplifted and supported in the industry, especially if they're minorities or if they're struggling for whatever reason. Like, we're a community of lots of really successful women and really talented women. So we should all be like, I mean, I know there's men in the industry as well, but it's like probably like a 98% demographic of women. So let's all like work together to uplift each other. And even if that person's content is a bit shit, still comment on it, still engage with it, still like it. It's up to that person to realise themselves that they can do better.
Even if it's like not the best content, like if we follow one another and we are like friendly, of course I'll still like it.
That's not for me to say your content could be better, but it's also not for you to say, why me? You know, just look at what other people are doing who are successful and try and replicate that. And if you can't do it, that's fine. But
there's other ways to market your business that is not online at all. We can get into that in another podcast episode.
Yeah,
because you don't actually need social media to be successful.
No, it's just a tool for a business strategy.
Yeah.
No BS, eh?
No BS. Yeah.
On that note,
I think that we would love to do an episode talking about mistakes that we have done or made, and
I need to properly think about it because there's a lot. I need to like actually write it down, but someone did comment saying they would like that, so
I think that would be a good one. I'd also love to do an episode where we talk about like client horror stories and maybe from a different perspective where we maybe talk about like how we would have dealt with that. What was the right way or maybe the wrong way? Did they handle it right? I think that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, have you ever seen those videos and it's like, am I the asshole?
Oh yeah, we should do that.
Self-reflection's so good. I hate doing it, but then after I realise
it's necessary.
Yeah.
I needed that.
You need to learn from your own mistakes, don't you?
Yeah.
So yeah, nice. Well, on that note, thank you very much for joining us, guys. I hope that episode was insightful. That was quite an intricate one to talk about. I feel like I was a bit of a rocky start trying to explain all of that.
I know,
but
I honestly was getting a bit like discombobulated the way through it, but
it's so easy to like confuse yourself. But I hope it all made sense, and if you have any questions, then feel free to pop them into the comment section below. Yeah. And we'll see you in the next one.
See you next time, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
No BS.
No BS. That's what I'm talking about. No BS. Here's your little jingle.